Sustainability is, of course, the term that we use so often. It looks as though it is something new that is being projected. But in my view, sustainability is complete managing the resources or demand side management, so that we do our best in consuming less and leave the rest for future generation in such a way that the type of life that we lead are not denied for the future. So to that extent, it is complete responsibility and accountability of uh, how we consume, what we consume, and what we could do to consciously manage that. That's a brief. That's just my view of sustainability. What is the emission for Shobha for all the verticals, including factories? And then what is the emission reduction plan when we cross to 2050? So, and to do that, there are certain things that have already been undertaken. By default, there are about 30 buildings that are seeking green building certification, and because we have our own in-house design department, they all go through energy modeling to make sure that they are about 50 to 20% optimized compared to base case of actually 90.1. And so all the more important parameters of building design, energy, water, waste management, renewable energy are all factored within as much as possible. So that takes me to your earlier question. Are clients asking for that? Um, Sustainability has highly proliferated in the market. People are projecting sustainability as fashion, sustainability as something different or whatever. Despite that, I would say the maturity has not developed so much to give a premium or cost on
the community management side. Have you been able to see more success in getting to educate the community and increase the kind of the usage of the sustainability initiative and the adoption of those?
Our community management is quite active with a lot of programs that includes sustainability at the families and the children's level as well. They do have programs that are working effectively in close coordination with Latin FM, who are our in-house FM team. So the job of administering waste management, coordination with the BR, educating the team, all are internalized through Latin FM. So even there, they have not been able to do that much on food recycling, which currently is working on. But it takes time. For example, within Shobha construction department, they initially had a relationship or partnership with Union Paper Mills to collect all the cardboard paper from all the offices, and it was just on collection basis. The next year, because it has been a steady flow of waste, it turned to a bit of a revenue basis as well. So they have been able to part with something. I do not know that aspect, but it really takes time. It takes a lot of time. Driving sustainability across. It's a leadership that is one, but in the last 2-3 years, we have been able to transform that leadership into sort of a concrete actions also, which is governed under ESG goals and target strategy. So we had, as part of ESG development report, other than the materiality, what is important, we had one-on-one discussion each and every vertical. Say Shobha construction, what are your goals for 2024, 25, 26 and beyond? What Shobha's HR, development HR and construction HR, and then PNC, the design arm. So each and every one, by virtue of mutual consultation with an external consultant as well, committed to few goals and targets. As possible. I know renewable energy would be of specific interest to you. We do embrace renewable energy to the extent possible by regulations and to the extent possible within the development. So you might not have abundant rooftop or car park spaces to pack up renewable energy as much as you want. It might be constrained to whatever best is possible. It depends on building to building. Green building, energy efficiency, landscape, then LEED certification, green mark, they all actually absorb by show. Or if it's going to really perform with 30% energy saving, that saving does not come to show up because it entirely. So BATVs have not been explored, have not been installed in any of the project. When it came to decarbonization, we decarbonize at the site level as well. Most of the sites operate with generators, right, DGs. We use biodiesel. Now we have managed to replace about 15% of the total diesel with B5, with a bit of a hybrid. So it's a decarbonization of site fuel. We are also, and on top of it, we are having hybrid system where solar PV adds power and in the process reduces the total amount of diesel consumed.
That's so it's transparent what they're getting before.
And that's the only way it could be done. Yeah. If as a developer, although we do not have direct hold on the community, say it's out of our own interest, we want to install solar at our cost, no one would object. Neither owners association nor RERA. So it's I want to spend. We have not done that like that so far. But what I said just before in terms of discussions, because we can bringing specialists such as some energy management companies to explore retrofitting of those buildings are going on. EVs are sort of mandatory in Dubai also. We have minimum parking requirements, and there's a requirement of parking for EVs, but it's a bit vague on whether those should have EV chargers.
Okay.
So, but every building has EV charges.
So they
but
want you to park, but the charging is not.
there will be a charging. Obviously, there will be a charging, and it will be a commonplace charging. But I'm not too sure if there is a specific quantity of EV chargers in the building. There might be, but we are complying with the regulation.
There's no requirement right now. Sorry. There's a requirement to install chargers right now, depending on area to area. For example, for the keys, it requires you to have low emission parking, prioritize parking for low emission vehicles, and you have to have dedicated load and provision ready for EV charging.
It's our responsibility to drive energy management, whether it is directly on the design or facility management also. For example, as part of ESG reporting, we have ESG committee. And when ESG committees are formed, we have set goals and targets for each and every vertical. Facade, modular, then furniture, Latinum FM, community management, construction, HR. So it spreads along E, S and G.